let's talk about the story structure. Now, I'm sure you know this, and I don't want to assume anything at all. So, we're going to talk about briefly just the six parts of a story: the background, where exposition, a conflict, rising action, a climax, falling action, and a resolution. So, with that said, we're going to take 3 pieces of paper. So now, since we've already discussed and did your brainstorm, you know all the pieces you want to be in your story. You know this already. So what you're going to do is take each part of your story and just begin to write what goes in the background. In my story about my little bird was the boy heard the sound. So I'm going to write the boy heard a loud sound. Okay. So, and you're going to continue that as you go throughout your whole story, right? So what else is in the background? Maybe he had pets. It's just giving us some background about our story. And so then next is conflict. In my story, the sound of a loud noise was the beginning of a conflict. It wasn't the full conflict. It was maybe part of rising action. So you have to figure out where each part of your story goes. And once you have done that, I want you to, once you've done all that, now this should be full of your notes from your brainstorm, okay? So how is your story going to end? That's your resolution. How is it going to be at the most exciting point of the story? That's your climax. Okay? So what about the rising action? In my story, the rising action started with the rain. As the rain came down, there was thunder, there was lightning, and the creek started to rise. So it was something that carried the story along. So once you have written all the notes that you think are part of the 6 parts of your story, I want you to do sketches. Now, these could be stick figure sketches. It doesn't matter. I want you to sketch on each page what you think symbolizes your conflict, what symbolizes your background information, what symbolizes rising action. You know your story. What symbolizes your climax, the most exciting point? What symbolizes your falling action? And what symbolizes your resolution? Okay, so now once you have that, you are ready to begin illustrating your story. Are you ready?